What's going on, everybody? Max Sports here, bringing you episode 1 of this NHL 16 Be a GM mode here with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why are you choosing the Pittsburgh Penguins? And well, that is quite simple. The Penguins are my favorite team, hometown fan, and I wouldn't say I know nothing about hockey. I know the basics, but I don't know as much as other sports. And I know more about the Penguins than any other team, so it makes it easier to talk about, and they have more interest to me, and they are a great team. They're a lot of fun to play with, and so since this will be a shorter series, I'm going to do a one-and-done series with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Basically what that means, I'm going to do 1 year, try to make it as far as I can, get to the playoffs, make the playoffs, do well in the playoffs, and hopefully win the Stanley Cup. I have 1 year to do that, so I decided to use a good team this year instead of a worse team, and I might do that more often with my NHL series since I will be shortening them for reasons that I already said, like the fact that I don't know as much about hockey, so since I don't have as much time, I chose to do this series as a shortened one, at least this year. This isn't permanent. This is something I'd like to do, but I don't know how often I will do it. And when I was thinking of doing this series before the season in real life, I was thinking of adding one more star player to help us get through the playoffs, as it seems though the Penguins have not stepped up in playoffs in recent years. But then they went and got Phil Kessel, which was very surprising. And now this roster is set. They have all the stars they need. They have Crosby, Malkin, Letang, Fleury. Now they have Phil Kessel. And a great group of guys around that. They're a very fast team, very exciting team. Great scorers, good goaltender. And how about Matt Murray showing up for them in real life? But I did not expect them to do so well. They had high expectations coming into the year, but then they kind of did less of what everybody expected. But then they picked it up a lot at the end, looking like the hottest team near the end of the season, the regular season, and then going into playoffs. They did a great job, and now they're on their way to hopefully beating the Washington Capitals, which would pretty much be the biggest team standing in their way. So they might be looking at the best team in the NHL and maybe the favorite to win it all this year. But yeah, I'm not going to touch the roster. I'm not going to make any trades, get any free agents or anything. This is everything I want, and I'm just going to play about a game a month and any elimination game in the playoffs. Hopefully, I will be able to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals and maybe even win it all. Anyways, for this video, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. I'm going, gone. See